versus Forsburn. I think this matchup is really good for Elliana because you can clear smoke really well, and you have Steam's just elastic projectile that Forsburn has to deal with, but at the same time, Forsburn has really good normals.
Yes.
Okay.
Elliana plays the mid to long range game so extraordinarily well that unless you're parrying Steam, and I mean, you have to be parrying Steam if you're Forsburn, but it almost never comes down to like, oh, I can effectively mix up with smoke. No,
First stock going to Sparx.
You're all in on the conversion game. And you have to sell out pretty early in order to find these stocks. But if there's anything that Cake's amazing at consistently, it is putting on the damage.
I mean, look at this. He's already, like, he's walling out with these up airs and these back airs, just, like, keeping Elliana in, like, this threat range and just controlling the space so well because of the platforms. And Forsburn's plat boosting is really good. Your initial, like, when you drop from a platform using your initial dash, you keep the momentum from it. So even if your airspeed's bad, you just go flying. It's really good for Forsburn.
Oh, yeah. One of, if not the best initial dashes in the game, and it shows when you have such multitude of access to platforms like this. Rip clone.
Clone.
But Cake is still right here and looking to tack on yet more damage. Only 19 thus far.
Like, I understand that both players have really good advantage states and laddering with these platforms, but I feel like this is a stage that should have been banned. I don't trust Force on this stage, especially as a starter. So on one hand, you have Sparx, who's really good at controlling the space, but you're not going to get a single second to breathe from CakeAssault. The moment you get touched by anything, he's just going to follow you. He knows what you're going to do before you even do it.
Sparx is trying to play so safe right now. And granted, it's successful at it. Only taking 44 throughout that entire interaction, but or that long-standing stock. But it goes to show like Cake playing really, really well right now when it comes to just surviving. Gotta be careful.
And the triple sweet spot nair.
He died in. He had to have died in one of those nairs, and that spelled demise instantaneously. Just how fast Elliana can go from being down quite a lot to being put in a winnable position.
It ain't over until you see game on the screen.
Always is.
Parrying that Steam, getting a brief invuln from that. Sparx is showing, even with these Elliana nerfs, that she can still put up a fight, and the first game go into CakeAssault.
Tough kind of break there. Getting the running down strong. Looked like the DI was a little bit off or expecting something different. But
it's a very difficult move to DI, to be fair, especially for Elliana. Dying off the top is, she's a floaty character, so she dies on the top fast, but dies off the top faster than you would think for a heavyweight.
It's tough.
On game 2, obviously banning Tempest. Why would you keep that?
Banning Tempest and then thinking about the other two.
Thinking about the other.
Yeah. Cake is one of the few Forsburns that doesn't auto-ban Endless Abyss. Rip.
I auto-ban... Oh, going to Forest 4. I feel like this is a better stage for the same reason I was arguing in the previous set of Starbos versus Dan's of... Yeah, you have these really good platforms to use, but it's a lot harder to cover space from one end of the stage to the other, while Elliana has really good aerial mobility, like, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he's able to cover these platforms really well, Cake's got to work a little harder for it with these plat drop bears and baiting with the dash dance.
Yeah, it's
just trying to get a Steam here. Good DI on the double back air this time round.
There's been a lot of waiting and baiting when it comes to Cake right now, but
yeah, it will get mine.
Just barely missing on the missile, though. Not choosing to refresh the jump. That little timing mix-up can go so far when it comes to Forsburn. Like, you expect smoke into something, but Cake will sometimes just take the opportunity to stall and then immediately fastball again, changing up the timings ever so slightly. Looking in a really precarious position for him. So far, the Nair 1, Nair 2.
Nair 2, double sweet spot. Just able to catch these. Up in the corner, Elliana has the same advantage state deal of rasters. As long as she's able to follow your DI, you're dead. That's it.
Air characters go crazy when it comes to that.
Air characters go crazy.
Wow, the parry to take the invulnerability and just run straight through, cover all of that ground space, and then find the up strong. Nice parry on the Steam as well, converting that into a solid 18%. It's a lot of chip damage, but Cake is able to chip away when it comes to like how impervious he can feel sometimes in neutral.
Getting these platformations, misses the dare. Just trying to wall out bears here. Sparx is able to get back, but it's pretty high Steam right now. They got to play it real safe. He's got to play it real safe. High Steam at 34% going for an F strong, and that's going to take the second stock.
I love how Cake is just able to recognize. Same thing with Sparx as well. Like the recognition from both these two players in the moment of what you get the hit and what and where you get these hits is so impressive right now. Goodbye all of that steam. And hello, potential edge guard, but Forsburn back there so active. Chasing? Not chasing.
Not chasing. Nice steam.
And then the back office, so that was immediate recognition of adaptation from Sparx, where the last time they were set up on the platform, he got caught in the up cape into up strong. So
is Sparx singing along to his music?
Yes, he is.
Let's go. I appreciate it.
So then the back off there from Cake played around Sparx, wanted to get off the platform immediately, and the assumption off of aggression in addition to all of that. Like just super well played from Cake to take game 2 and moving on to game number 3, looking to get right back to it.
You see a lot of things about momentum-based players where the first stock looks fairly even, and then all of a sudden somebody just steamrolls it game 2, or not game 2, stock 2. And I feel like both of these players do that really well, where the moment they're able to get that momentum, it's really hard to fight back. So they just keep returning to neutral. The good parry on the up special from Sparx, able to cover, misses the missile again, but gets it that time. Not able to get the up strong. Parry.
Parry onto eject was so clean, and landing the spiking in the down air.
Fair.
Looking good.
Good mobility from Sparx, able to catch with an up strong, and gets the kill up the side.
I mean, that's 3 games in a row, right? Where Sparx is
taking the
in
first
it,
stock, yeah.
in it right at the beginning. Just
unironically loses steam.
It's a tough thing to go for. It's a tough thing to like keep consistent with, especially since Cake is just seemingly always playing at such a high level, so and then learning as he goes. So you've got to be able to keep up with the tempo that Cake can play at, because he's always coming at you.
He's very consistent.
He plays very fast.
It's hard to keep that pace sometimes, especially for a character like Elliana, who, while ground speed isn't really the best, if you're playing around Forsburn, there's a lot to worry about.
I like the removal of the smoke there, but not committing to anything right now. Just you saw the button come out from that clone, so from that Forsburn, so you know it's not a clone. Man, so much smoke here right now.
Look how high up Sparx is, able to evade Forsburn there.
I'm not messing with this at all. What a parry!
Get me out of here! I gotta get out of here.
Get him out of here! The overshoot with that exhaust.
See how long Sparx can keep this lead. Able to recover safely, not in overheat. Though got a lot of heat tacked on, and then it's the Sour Bear and the Sweet Bear. We're gonna take it off the side.
Setting up for so many of these pickups, and the Clone Pop will set up into a pretty massive combo, 54, just like that. But I mean, answered immediately by Sparx. Again, these two players are finding just so much room and so many opportunities to pick things up. Just like that, the rising dare in order to ensure the overheat strong afterwards. Sparx closing out game number 3, signs of life and signs of continued recognition and continued solid play from early to late game.
Yeah. Starting to see a little hot play from Sparx. As many mechanics puns as I can get.
All right, love the round start dash attack. It's like, all right, we're getting into it.
Interesting counter pick from CakeAssault with Troupple. I feel like this is one of those stages where Forsburn can cover really well with these platforms, but they're also big enough where the tech chases are a little harder. Forsburn can cover with down strong pretty well, but on a mistech, then you have to like cover even more, and then Sparx is also able to use these to ladder just as well, and from this top platform, almost getting the second sweet spot there. Able to fight back with the up special. Go ahead.
It's a lot of just like different layers when it comes to the verticality of this stage, and I think that's what Cake has really been hunting for, trying to go for the jab 1-2 down strong setup. Sparx getting out of there by just holding up, trying to take to the air where Elliana just has so much control. The whips of these platforms are so dangerous on this stage for everybody, and just having the means to, having a place to land as Sparx is just becoming so handy right now.
Yeah.
Cake kind of swinging a little bit with that down strong. We
and
are
a fifth.
no.
Hey.
You're not allowed.
And able to catch off the top with the back air.
Did he know that one was the real one? That was really well played when it came to Cake of just disguising himself as a clone. Setting up here yet again. Again, falling for the clone, going right back on the stage, and Cake taking a little bit longer.
So we're gonna stress here, able to get the sweet spot nair.
I wonder if he caught him dashing back.
Maybe. Look at these tech chases. Parries the down tilt.
Just double bear though. I mean, just double bear. You're taking so much damage from that, but you're still chilling. I love these moonwalks onto the platforms, and then
the DI on the up strong. You're seeing a lot of Sparx actually swatting away Cake in some of these instances, specifically with Missile, if he has the heat for it. Just trying to get rid of as much heat as possible and using the missiles to wall Cake out, because you're going to see Cake in the air a lot, so there's not much you can do about it. And up strong from Cake taking stock too.
The parry on the steam to find that little clip so he could confirm the up strong on of it. What a confirm from Cake. And then the smoke, just getting as much of it as possible as it gives you a little bit of time, because Sparx has to remove it and does a good job of doing so, but it does mean that Cake is able to get out of some bad situations. Up air.
Trying to get the roundabout, covering with another up air. Where is he?
It's right there.
Oh, there he is. That was a scary up air. Back air. Good DI for the second back air.
Has to eject here.
Oh. And down strong's gonna take it.
Yeah, that looked like solid DI on the down strong as well too, but
it's just really hard for Ellie. She's floaty. You gotta do really good DI. Oh.
Okay, Sparx.
Yo, what the heck, Sparx? What the heck?
It's exhausting playing against Cake. He's so fast. He's so precise through all of these interactions. Like,
you've seen Cake sweat a little though, especially in that game 3. Like
dropping a game, you know, and every game like starting off extremely close as well. Like the toughness came from the way that Sparx had really hyper focused on how he wants to get things on hit and how he wants to turn his neutral wins into massive damage. So allowing for a lot of that extra variance on the triple pond with the longer platforms, as you were mentioning, means that Cake could still play his game and play a coverage-oriented, like, meaty type of hits looking for offense, but have that extra utility on defense when it just came to hanging under the lip of the platform. Ideally refreshing his jump, having easy places to escape to that are still center stage.
Falling up air.
And
falling up air.
Falling up air. Like, these utilities were a little bit more, were easier to be used on stage with consistent platforms, and Cake took that to the bank.
Yeah.
Felt pretty good. Looks pretty good as Cake moves on to top 8.